Ready to go, and we are here. We are ready to play episode 6. Is that right? Episode 6 of Pirates of Drinax, Dead Man's Chest. We are missing our captain, who is unavailable due to time constraints, but we are carrying on with the crew, and I will NPC the captain as needed. Welcome back, everybody. Glad to have you all back. Excellent. Looking forward to this because I want to close in this chapter. Who did we lose? We just lost Pedro. Pedro, don't go.
Teledrift,
come back. Of course, he's been sitting there patiently this whole time.
going, well, these grognards never shut up.
They just won't shut up. Yeah. I just want to play the game, man. Here he is. There he is. Yay.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Pedro.
We promise we're playing this time. We've shut up.
One more time. I'm gonna give you one more again. Nice. All right. So when we last left off before our little solo, not so solo adventure, Wednesday night, when the whole crew was around. We had just witnessed the captain knocking down Maria Silverhand in a fight in the blood arena, the blood pit.
Justice was served.
And justice was served, indeed. And she has not only won the rights to Maria, 2 of her injured crewmen, I believe, was also captured, and I've just lost him again. And let's see. But also her ship, the Mercifuge. Somebody tell me how to spell it. How to pronounce this.
All right, where are you posting it?
In the
Mercifuge.
Comments. Is it Mercifuge? All right. Not Mercifuge. Mercifuge. Okay.
No, it's French.
Okay. I don't even know what it means. So, but that's the name of the ship in the book. The book. The ship itself is basically a giant truck. It's meant to grab and haul cargo, and that's it. I showed you guys a picture of it last time. I will throw another picture in here for people of the group to see. People watching the game. He's gonna jump out one more time. I'm gonna tell you. Let's see. Not a very good picture, but I'll take it. You're gonna jump out one more time, Pedro. I'm telling you.
I'm noticing when I look at my picture here, I'm beginning to look like.
What's going on with the internet? It just keeps booting me.
I think you got the virus that I got, which apparently wouldn't let me log on from one of the previous adventures. So, sorry.
Does your hotel...
The internet here is usually pretty stable unless someone hits the switch and then it gets turned off. So I had to switch to my hotspot off my phone. So I don't know how stable the connection is.
Okay.
That's probably what it is. You're using a hotspot off your phone.
That definitely looks T4.
Yeah, I mean it's out of the Mongoose Traveler book. It's out of the actual Pirates Drinax thing. It has 2 big giant claws, like crab-like claws, that basically just shove stuff into its below cargo bay. Like the bottom part of the front drops down like a jaw, and it just shoves stuff in cargo bay. Yeah, and it just shoves stuff into its cargo bay. Rather cavernous cargo bay, I might add, as a show the deck plans here. Give me just a moment.
Go ahead.
It's big. I mean, it's got a 200-ton cargo hold. If the wings of the Dragnar wasn't so wide, the Dragnar could almost fit in this.
I see a triple turret. What's it armed with?
It's actually a double turret. I guess it had a triple turret in the basic extension. in the basic picture, the stock photo. But it does have a double turret on top.
What's it got?
It's a laser.
2 beam lasers, 2 pulse lasers.
Yeah,
What?
double turret pulse lasers.
Oh, okay.
Let me go ahead and throw a picture of this. Yeah, so that way you can take a screenshot of that if you want and put it somewhere you want. There you go. But yeah, it's slow. It's everything that the Dragnar isn't. It's slow. It's not terribly well armed, but it has a huge cavernous cargo bay. Whereas the Dragnar, the Harrier that you guys are currently riding in, basically has a glove box of a cargo bay. Yeah, it has 199 tons of cargo space. I mean, you can fit like 2 ship's boats in that. Two ship's boats, maybe a couple of fighters, in that cargo bay.
That's what I was going to say. We can have an aircraft carrier.
It can be a small, very small carrier. Yeah, it can definitely. And fighters in this game are horrendous because they can only survive. They actually can't even survive one shot. But if they get their shot off first, forget it. It's done.
Well, the thing about fighters is swarm.
Exactly.
It's not big enough to carry a swarm.
No.
The swarm's more than one.
Between
no,
that,
it's not.
Between the fighters and
ask
the ship
any TIE fighter pilot.
There's not enough of us driving into the cavern walls around this thing.
Well, it's that peripheral vision. They don't know the wall's there.
Exactly. That's what you get for driving with blinders on. Nice. Yeah, so big ship. You guys have got access to it in the cargo bay, back in the not in the cargo bay, back in the landing bay areas of Thieves. Remember, they have those black beetle-looking sort of areas. That's the actual.
Yep. Docks.
Yeah, the actual space docks. So, like these areas up through here. Number 1. We'll say it's actually like in the biggest one up to the northeast of the actual number 1. That big one right there, right at the top. That's the one where it's actually parked in. That makes sense. Wow, somebody's computer is taken off.
I think that's mine.
Okay.
It's not. I always wonder about it, but this hard drive's been like that for like 8 years.
Well, that's probably because you've had the hard drive for 8 years. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, it's always. If it stops sounding this way, then I'm going to get worried.
Okay.
Rick's here for 2 reasons: to roll for engineering and to provide space sounds.
Exactly. It does. We sound like we're in a spaceport. Yeah. Ships are taking off. Stuff's going on. Exactly.
Future.
Exactly. We're in the future. Future, doggone it. But since that actually happened, like that evening, Teledrift, who I popped out again. Sorry. Teldrift, who decided not to bring his photo in. Can you hear us, Pedro?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Real
Try
Matt?
running without video.
Yeah, that might work. We'll try it like this.
No, Matt, how noisy is my computer right now? If it's a distraction, I can be on mute when I'm not talking.
I can't hear it at all now.
Okay.
So
If it becomes a distraction for the recording, let me know and I'll just be muted when I'm not talking.
All right, that sounds cool. But yeah, that evening, Pedro, Elisa, and Rick did a little psychic surgery on Maria while she was in a
Do
cold
you
sleep.
mean Teledrift, Elisa, and Tony?
And who?
Tony?
Tony Netta. Yeah, Tony Netta. Yeah, Teledrift, Ev, and Tony. They did a little psychic surgery on Maria while she was in cold sleep. I've actually posed this question to the board on several different traveler sites to see if this was even possible, and I've got everything to. Well, yes, it's absolutely possible. To hell, no way. So it's open for interpretation anyway. So, but yeah, through entering her subconscious in a sort of dream state while she was in a co-sleep or basically low birth, he was able to get some information about the ship, and not only the ship, but about where Ferrik Redthane actually is. So, actually, Pedro Teledrift, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you talk to Sir Alacrity. We'll say you're talking to Sir Alacrity and the captain on the bridge. Like, everybody's got there together after they got the information that they have. So everybody's here, like Tony, Ev, Teledrift, everybody's here, including the captain. But Teledrift, if you want to lead the conversation as to what had happened that night, go ahead.
Captain, Sir Alacrity, I do not want to go through that again. That was incredibly straining. People's minds are a fragile thing. But we were successful. We've got the coordinates to the ship, the access codes, everything we need to hunt this bastard down.
Oh, okay. So we can space the body. It's vegetative.
No!
We could.
Wait, but
We had a discussion about that. We're not really pirates. We don't do things like real pirates would do.
We've been debating on how pirating.
I have never encountered a pirate that has used surgery before.
But you know the old saying that they say off-world, when in Rome.
look, I understand that maybe you want things nice and neat and tidy, and I can respect that to a certain degree. But I think spacing this person when they were basically trying to survive,
Yeah.
it doesn't sit with me well.
And I would like to argue that a peg leg is totally surgery. It may not be the surgery you want, but it's the surgery you're going to get.
Exactly. It's the surgery you get while still being a pirate. But as a pirate, you did not perform surgery on someone else removing their leg, except to try to kill them.
All right. So I mean, you've got the information of where Ferrik is. So Ferrik's actually on a moon orbiting Thieves. He's close. He's in system. He's actually in orbit. He's on a moon. Actually, give you some player agency. I'm sorry. Go ahead and give them the information, my man. I'm talking for you.
Well, before we severed the connection and for Mindscape, she boarded her ship where we gain access to the codes, and through questioning her, there was a conversation about his ship being located in a nearby moon where it's parked quote unquote in a crater. So we don't know how powerful their engines are, but from what she told me, there is a contingent unit of veteran space marines guarding Ferrik. So if we're going to enter that ship, we should be very cautious.
That sounds right. That's one of the reasons Teldrift was able to. We wanted him to get the information like access codes of the ship, things like that.
Yeah.
Now, Captain, what would you like to
Yes.
do with this information?
Well, we got everything we need. Sounds like to go get Ferrik, and I have a huge desire just to get him personally, but I also want him to answer to what he's done to Clark and Torpol and get our reward. We're looking at like almost 3 million credits for turning him in, for bringing him in. So by all means, let's go get him.
Now, would it be advisable to use our ship and the ship we've taken to use their turrets to knock out their engine, perhaps? So that way they don't have a chance of escaping before we can board.
There's a logic to that. Let me kind of do a roll for the captain here, and just a moment. The captain's actually thinking. She's like, well, why don't we just use the vulture ship, the big cargo ship, as a sort of Trojan horse to get to dock to the other ship and just take it. We've got the access codes. We've got the access codes and everything, and we can present ourselves as Maria. Why don't we just go there and take them?
That's certainly something we can do. What do you think, Alacrity?
Exactly.
It's a classic.
What do we know about the mercenary unit that's protecting the pirate?
Who's the captain of the Mercifuge?
Was Maria.
Now, if we could, Teledrift, can you puppet the vegetable?
Unfortunately not. She's gone down far into the reaches of her subconscious. I'm afraid she might be comatose now.
Okay. So, Tony, we're going to need some sort of very sophisticated program to make the voice sound like her.
Okay.
So that their communications don't pick up on it.
Well, back up a second here. Remember, Tony? Remember, they decided they weren't going. They decided they weren't going to use radios communications to talk to each other when they met because they couldn't get picked up. They were just going to use transponder pings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just have to do a free ping that allows us to do.
Oh, excellent! Yeah. We have found their Achilles heel.
Yeah.
I was wondering if the mercenaries that are working for him, are they working for him directly, or are they being paid through a mercenary unit that has a higher command someplace else?
No, they're pirates working for him. They're loyal to him.
Okay. So we can't outbid him, in other words.
Governments do that. Pirates don't do that.
Right.
Yeah, you tend to get hired on until you're not needed anymore. Yeah. Marooned.
Okay. So we need Fatso, Cat Killer, and what's her name?
Little Cleo.
Little Cleo. Did we recruit anybody else? Do we have more crew now?
We did not.
Okay.
We could.
That would sound really brilliant.
Guys.
I mean, we just need boarding party people.
Yeah. Yeah. That was actually the captain's front to kind of find Maria anyway. So, that story is still out in town that you're still looking for people. If you only knew
Perhaps-
someone in town that you could talk to about this.
Gee, I wonder who we would know. Hey, that Vlask guy, why don't we ask him who we know?
Vesh? Yeah.
Vesh, yeah, let's ask Vesh who we know.
We know some. Who's going to do this conversation with Vesh?
I would suggest the captain, knowing my wonderful sensitivity and persuasive abilities.
I suggest somebody else so you won't hear the DM talking to himself.
All right, I'll do it. I actually have persuade, which comes across as intimidate, but it's persuade.
It'll be fine. It'll be just
If
fine.
you'd like, I can go with you. My diplomat score is rather high.
I don't do well.
Well, I'm sort of
Really?
doing Genghis Khan here.
Tell her if you're a psychologist, you can't talk to people.
He just puts them in experiments and makes notes.
You saw his bedside manner with the last patient.
That didn't go so well with the last patient.
Oh, that's
What
I
before
forgot.
that as well.
I forgot. That's why you're in prison. You were in prison. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh my God. You know, we've never really established what you do on this ship. We haven't. You're just
I'm
there.
advising to the captain.
Exactly. Yeah.
Teledrift is Drinaxian for Deanna Troy.
I got one job. It sucks, but I'm gonna do it. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I've got a 1 in persuade. That's all I have
No, I actually have a 2.
One-
to this situation.
One is not bad. It's,
I have a 2 in diplomat.
I got 2 in persuade.
two is not. Diplomat is not in this situation. That's a completely different situation. This is just talking to people.
But I think it works good with the pirate lords, although they like
Yeah, there you go.
respect.
Yeah, and then we're looking at persuade and carousing is what we're looking at in this.
Do they have carousing?
Yeah, carousing is completely a skill in here.
I don't have that. Oh well.
Well, I have a 0 in it, so I won't have any mind systems leaks. Actually, no, I actually have a 1 in it then.
There you go. Well,
No, seriously, Jack of all trades, if I have a 1 in Jack of all trades, does that give me a 1 in a skill I have 0 with?
So that
No.
means you can actually drink and not fight?
no,
Imagine that. Fancy that.
a 1 in Jack of all trades, if I'm not
It's only for
mistaken.
negatives. Okay.
Yeah, it just takes down negatives. Yeah.
Okay. I thought so, but I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something.
Oh, yeah, that'd be really nice if it did, but no, it doesn't. So yeah. Yeah, again, basically, I just need somebody who's going to talk to Vesh and Chronicom. I mean, you guys can all talk to him. You guys can do a joint conference call on your comm links.
Yeah. Click. Vesh,
Click.
you listening?
And you hear like this ground vehicle truck rolling along, brum 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 brum. He goes, "Oh hey man, is that knight dude, that sir dude?"
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah,
rounded up? Have you rounded up some toughs for boarding parties?
Oh, I know some people. Yeah. Let me talk around. You want to go meet at the bar in about an hour?
That can be done. Yes.
Okay. So I'll meet you at Tux. You know the Capri's place. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll meet you at Tux.
Did I have a Capri boarding party?
I think he is the only Capri on Thief, but
Can
he's
I
a little.
Can I clone the only Capri?
I mean, you talk about something that is made to be a boarding party. It is a boarding party. It's like they are the Brute Squad.
Yes.
They're completely the Brute Squad. So yeah, and
Earn your broccoli.
Yeah. You hear him like, get out of the way, get out of the way. As the comm link goes off, he sounds like he's trying not to hit someone in the truck. It sounded like a truck that he was driving.
I turn to the rest of my wonderful crew and I say, in an hour, we're going to find out if he lived.
Nice.
Wow.
Does that still involve drinks?
Yes. It will either be a celebration of his survival or a toast to his memory.
True that.
If there's alcohol,
True
I
that.
am involved then.
Yeah, there's like a lot of things on this planet you can grab, and people you can hire. There's all kinds of fun stuff here.
Do we have a weapons locker and a list of what's in the weapons locker? Or can
We have
get
a
one?
weapons locker, but we do not have a list of what's in the weapons locker. But hang on a minute. I think we do. Give me just a moment. Wasn't that in like the book that I gave you guys about the ship? Give me just a moment.
It may be, but I'm not remembering it.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I mean, it's armed with what makes sense for a weapons locker for a ship. It would be full of like snub pistols and Gauss pistols, things that won't go through the hull of a ship. You know.
Right. I would like flashbang grenades, stun grenades, that type of thing.
Yeah, yeah. They would probably have that. That makes sense for
more of a, especially on the flash side, because if they decompress, you don't get the bang.
Yeah, exactly.
But the other thing is that when I would want some for all the boarding members, at least, I would either want stun gloves or stun sticks, whichever's cheaper.
Ooh.
I
Now-
already pulled on to my stick.
Oh my
Okay,
god!
yeah.
I freaked out the engineer there.
Engineer. It sounded like Helper from the Twins cartoon. What am I thinking of? The
Adventure
Helper
Brothers.
droid. Venture Brothers. Thank you. Yeah.
But no,
Nice.
I want the ability to take prisoners. One, to gather information, but two, ransom.
Yeah, I mean, stun sticks are good for one reason specifically, because it just bypasses armor. It is really nice for that.
Now, I also want deadly weapons too. If they want axes and swords, sure. If they want, I'm down with armor piercing, but it should be a resort after the snub pistol.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I mean, well, stun pistols, you can get like the AP rounds and the explosive rounds for it. So
exactly, but depending on how you load it is how it comes out.
exactly.
So, I'm totally good with a snub pistol that's not ship harming, but when it hits the fan, you pull out the other pistol that's totally ship harming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and hope that the hull doesn't blow. Hope that you hit. Hope that you don't miss. Yeah. Yeah. That's all doable. So let's do a shopping trip. That is definitely doable. Let's go to you find your way to a reputable merchant. I guess you would contact Vesh again. Where can you get some good items? And he points you to a dealer named Matthews. Dave Matthews is going to be the dealer.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like Seth Borkowski or something like that.
No.
As payback.
He may come up in there at some time, but Dave Matthews is the vendor, and it's all completely legal here. He's basically just got like a stall with like all kinds of stuff, and he's got like two big sentry robots on either side, just daring anybody to take off with anything. They're like humming as you guys walk up.
Okay, so
The sentry robots.
Huh? Yeah, you know you sentry robots.
How
Yeah.
much for it?
How much for the robots?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Are you asking? I'm not selling the robots. They're my help.
How about one of them?
No, again, I'm not selling them. They're my help. he's like, go away, you and your little space hamster. Go away.
What do you need robots for, Tony?
okay, so
I have a degree in cybernetics also. So come on.
So, Matthew-
okay.
what I'm looking at is 10 stun sticks, 10 blades. Just to give you an idea, that's $3,000 plus another grand, so we're at $4,000.
Sir, I already have a stun stick.
I'm not buying it for you.
Bye for the rest of
So, hey, Captain, how's our ship set up for things like first aid kits, medical supplies, and those things?
I mean, yeah, you could probably do to restock that. Yeah.
Okay. We'll get a couple grand of that also then.
Okay. So we're looking at blades. Yeah.
I'm
Stun
picking
sticks.
pistols now, so just give me a moment.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so
he's running up the tally for you.
10 snub pistols is going to be $1,500,
Okay.
and then
Yeah, they tend to be kind of cheap as far as weapons go.
And then 10 Gauss pistols. That'll be another 5,000.
Yeah, Gauss pistols are expensive.
I don't know. Do I want to do it?
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
I shall.
Do it. Do it.
And another 2,000 for 10 shotguns.
Shotguns in space, of course.
Of course.
Why not? Why not?
Well,
You
if
can't-
the opponent is armored, they suck. But if it's
if they're not-
civilians, you can mow them down. It's wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. If they got any armor on them, it's no fun. Because you're basically just throwing a box of BBs at them.
Okay,
but,
and I want 100 100 stun grenades. That'll be 3,000.
All right, so he's running through the numbers, and he's like, "That sounds like 15,000 to me."
No, it's not.
Let's see that broker roll and see if it's not.
Who's got broker? Tony.
Who's doing the dealing? Tony's like, "What do you mean?"
That should probably not be me.
Tony, do you have broker?
No.
Nope.
You do have jack of all trades, which is a step ahead of me.
Yeah. Okay.
Teledrift, do you have broker?
So, you said it's 15,000?
Yeah.
He's saying
15,000.
15,000 for 3,000.
Hmm.
Okay.
No, not just for 3,000. We're talking about 3,000.
We're talking 300 grenades is 3,000 credits according to book.
Yeah, but I'm talking about all the stuff all together.
Yeah, 15,000. You said
Yeah,
3,000.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I misunderstood you, Matthew.
No, you're fine.
I was just like, bullshit. Not for grenades.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, so that's a different thing now.
Yeah.
All right, so that's hold on. So that's 5,000. Oh wait.
He's like, I'm gonna close up early today.
No shit. 2,000, 3,500. 3,500 plus
Is there anything sitting around in his
5,000 is 8,500 plus another 3,000 is 11,500 plus. Okay, so I'm coming up with 11,500.
Yeah, he's tacking on a
no,
little service fee.
no. I hold on. It's actually hold on. 11,500, 12,500, plus another 3, so 15,500. So yes, I agree. Shake hands.
Damn.
We save 500 credits.
I have a question for you. In some of our boarding party, do they have skills in heavy guns?
Yeah, and they have heavy guns. They have heavy guns. So
Pick up a couple of heavy guns.
I mean, they have heavy guns already. So yeah.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah. Everybody's going to have their own weapons,
Yeah.
but I'm going to make sure they have weapons that are conducive to what we are trying to achieve in our objectives.
Okay. Does he also sell anything like thermal imaging, sights, and all those type of things?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, I need a traveler equivalent of luck. Make me a, I guess a persuade roll.
Nah. Not from my persuade that time.
Got it.
He's still upset at me about asking about his robots.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to you. You're not his friend. He keeps looking at you, looking at.
How much
Keeps looking at you. How much what?
How much you said your robots go for?
2 sentry robots. Well, one of them probably goes for almost 300,000. I'd say at least.
Okay.
They're not cheap.
And just to let you know, an image enhancement and light intensification showing scope in low light environments without penalty would be about 50 credits. Just like
I mean they're cheap. I mean it's tech level 5 technology, but yeah,
tech level 7 with the stuff.
Yeah, with all that stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna go with he has it. He'll let it go for an extra. He'll have everything armed with sights and scopes for another 1,000.
Sounds good.
Right. Now, does he have medical supplies here, or do we need to go someplace else for him?
He says, "No, I don't have that much stuff here." He goes, he gives you.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
I'll give him 17,000 if he does all the snub pistols with laser scope too.
Laser sights, yeah. That make so we have the full Blade Runner look,
Yeah.
Red dot, big chunky pistol with a laser dot,
with a bore the size of a walnut.
Exactly right.
Could I have a trench coat to go with that snub pistol? Is that in the budget?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
I mean, the snub pistol could have its own fedora too. I mean,
tip its hat at you as you walk by. Yeah, you probably have to go to like clothes shop and get that, but that's not a problem. You guys can get that done. But yeah, he doesn't have that much stuff here. But he gives you he flashes you a number to your Chronocom. He says that's a warehouse I have over there. Give them this access number, and that's got your manifest, and you can pick it up right there.
Okay.
He basically gives you like an access number for like a bill of lading.
Yeah, and we can do this after the game, but I also buy ammo appropriate for all the weapons.
Oh yeah. I mean that goes without saying. Why would you have guns with no ammo? Yeah. All right. So yeah, you guys get that done, and by the time you get done buying all that stuff and talking with them, it's about time to go to Tux.
Are you saying just talking with him, or are we gonna go to the other places also?
You don't have time to go pick up the weapons, but you can buy, after you get done with Tux, go pick up the weapons.
Okay, sounds good.
So yeah, we're going to Tux and heading out there. Again, it is the known far and wide throughout Thebes as one of the more sociable bars here. You probably won't get your neck cut here at the bar. Tech keeps a pretty firm grip on everything. He is kind of a happy-go-lucky guy, but he is a huge Kakri, half elephant, half centaur, basically. Half rhino, half centaur, basically. Probably more.
No, that was the. Was that the Varush? No, that's wrong. That's a different game.
Yeah.
No, that's a different one. They're actually have an elongated face. They don't have the big horn. That's different.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Still
yeah.
Kind of stands out just a little bit.
Yeah, it's big. It's huge. So
it is literally the size of a horse, maybe bigger.
Yeah. So yeah. You go into the place and you see Vesh there, and he's actually talking. He's at a table on his Chronocom, and he's talking to the guy that ran the food truck that was parked outside. Now the food truck's gone. But he's on the Chronocom, and he's talking to somebody else. And he's sitting beside the guy that ran that food truck when you guys come up.
Hey, Vesh.
Hey man, what's going on? Have a seat. He gets some chairs thrown around together. I keep envisioning the guy on Ant-Man. That's why I'm channeling when I'm playing Vesh. So he throws some chairs together. He goes, yeah, and he says, good to see you, Captain. He talks to the captain, for a minute. He goes, you've done a lot of good for us. We've got a lot of good business, got a lot of good word of mouth for my man.
Since you're channeling that, I'll channel the first officer and pull the Riker maneuver when I sit down.
You did a leg lift. There you go. Nice. Yeah, I like it. So he pulls out over a few places and he's finishing up his conversation in his Chronicom with this guy, when he's talking to you, and he's sitting down, and he's like he's glad to talk to the captain for a minute. He chats with him for a bit. He's like, you did a lot to really boost up Erda's business here with the food truck. So Erda's going to franchise. This is amazing. He's got like 3 trucks now. He says,
congratulations.
We're all excited about it. Yeah, exactly.
Does this mean, Sir Alacrity, you're going to get an extra title involving tacos? I just want to know. Do you need some help picking out one? I have some suggestions. They're completely dignified.
I draw my weapon. I check the charge. Ammunition.
Oh my God.
I look at her.
Damn.
I put her away.
I'm just trying to help. I am just trying to help.
I think Taco Tycoon sounds good.
Yeah,
there you go, see? Tell us got great
ideas.
Well, since you're our broker, it would suit you.
There you go. Erda's, he's like, so far all they got is
Tony
Erda's
the Taco Tycoon.
Tony the Taco. He did come from old family money. Now he's going to have new family money. He's going to be the taco king of the sector.
I'm saying, if you want a few robots, I can get some robots for you.
I'm sure you can use your chemistry to add yoga mat material and fusion drive remnants to the bread that is used to wrap the taco.
Exactly. Tony Netta's meat on a stick. That's what we're talking about. Nice. Oh my God.
All different species.
Fair enough. So yeah, he sits you down. He says, he looks at you. He says, "How many people are you looking to hire?"
Dozen.
A dozen? Woo! I mean, I got like 6.
Clone them.
I didn't know you had that many. Yeah, these are some people that just finished their term at Mergen's up the street. The consortium. They just finished a tour with them, and they're they're looking for a break, do something new.
Do you got their UPPs?
Yeah, and he flashes you like their files, and it's four women, 3 men, 4 women, 2 men. Sorry, 6. He flashes you their UPPs. They act, they're basically like what you can find of like their Marine record. Like they served a tour or 2 in the Army or Marines, and then they started working for the Mergen Consortium, which is basically a mercenary group that hires out of thieves. So they are basically they are mercenaries. They work for hire.
When I'm looking over this, can I cross reference and see if any of them got outstanding warrants? I mean, huh?
Do you have law or what is that? Not law.
Google.
Well, Google only works like on this planet. That's the problem. Or as fast as the last X-boat through here was.
Or maybe I asked Tony for it since he's a computer.
Yeah.
Which one, computer or investigate?
Probably a little both.
$11.
11 on computers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're finding a couple of things on here. They were all, I don't want to say court-martialed, but asked to leave either the Army or the Marines.
So they were either discharged or dishonorably discharged.
Exactly.
Versus honorably discharged.
Exactly.
Does their record show who they worked for with the mercenary company when they get sent out on assignments?
Who they worked with?
Yeah, like have they worked for the guy we're going to find?
Oh yeah, you conference with that. Yeah, none of them's worked for Ferrik.
Okay, but they've worked on ships more or less as boarding crew.
Exactly.
Okay, no, that's what I'm looking for, and I'm looking to make sure that they, basically are unscrupulous.
Yeah, exactly. They will work as long as the pay keeps coming.
Excellent. Yeah. That sounds like a captain problem.
Nah.
They're our kind of scummy.
Captain keeps looking at this. He goes, I don't see this going well. I really don't.
It's going fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
Intergalactic war, alien invasions.
So you're looking at the price of a boarding crew if you don't use a boarding crew. They're much cheaper after each boarding.
So you think we need to get more than 6? Or do you think 6 is going to be enough?
I have a feeling there's going to be attrition.
Yeah.
I mean, we almost lost Cat Killer, but he's just a force of nature.
Right. I mean, can we contact let's get these 6, obviously. Are they still working for the mercenary company?
No, they just got let loose.
They just got let loose. They just served their
term. Do you want to go to the mercenary company and get another 6?
No, I don't want a subcontract.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll start with 6.
Yeah. I'll give you the names of these.
That'll give us a grand total of 9.
Gotcha. You give me just a minute. I'm going to get you the names of these guys. I'm just throwing together some random names. Don't hurt me. Give me just a second.
Reminds me of the old Japanese manga or anime Project Eiko, Biko, and Seiko.
Exactly.
So the first woman is Beth Borkowski.
Close.
Rick, you're quoting the old texts. I mean, Project ACO is how old at this point? Oh my gosh.
Rick is how old at this point?
It was the animation on Sci-Fi Channel back when they used to do that. Oh.
Hey, when I grew up, we only had 4 channels on the TV.
We were lucky if we got 4 channels. Yeah, you had to turn your antenna around to get that other.
Who was my age, lived in New York City. He got 30 channels.
Ooh, ah.
I remember when we switched to cable, we got 12 channels, and 6 of them actually had programming.
Oh, no. In New York City, you got 30 channels before cable. Because of all the people that live there.
All right. So yeah, he tells you that he says if you want to hire these people, he says you can definitely hire these people. They're ready to go anytime. They can meet you at your ship whenever you're ready to go. They are fully geared and ready to go. You don't have to get anything for them.
Cool.
They come with their stuff.
All right. So what are their names?
It's in the chat. The private chat.
All right, they can meet us at the ship, and then we can go over them.
Okay.
I want Cleo, Fatso, and Killer up front and center, so they know what they got to compete with.
I assume you want our 3 to be in charge of this group also.
Well, they know what we like, so we'll start there. If someone shows initiative, maybe they can advance.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I like the way you're thinking. It works for me.
So after this, we get the weapon run by a clothing store, a medical supply store, and odds and ends.
Yeah. Yeah. We will all consider all that as writ. You're a little nervous when you go to pick up the weapons, but everything's very professional. There's like 2 guys outside the door. They take your number, and they talk to somebody on their comm link, and like a door opens up in the warehouse, and out comes like a robot sort of grab sled. They're basically like a 0G version of a fork truck with a little robot driving it. So he says this thing will take the equipment wherever you need to go, and it's like all these crates, these long crates full of weapons and stuff like that. It's pretty obvious what the hell they are.
Yeah, but we do the check quickly, where we open it up, make sure that it looks like what we ordered.
Yep, all Imperial grade.
Oh, I thought it was going to be good stuff.
Still got the Imperial seal on the crate.
That gives me a warm fuzzy for some reason, but I am overall disappointed.
We can buff that off. We can buff that right off.
Exactly. They got yeah. A little
excellent.
White out.
Next jump cycle, you can do that.
Oh, sure. Remind me. Yeah. Get right on that.
So yeah, you guys get back to the ship, and it's not the full group, but this is some of the group that meet you there on the ship. Give me just a second here.
The whole starport? Oh my God!
Exactly right.
We have a powerful fleet with us.
This is some of the group that meet you there. Some of the new crew.
I take it the bald guy's Cyrex, right?
Bald guy is Cyrex. The other guy in the back is Ramsey, and the 2 in the front is Laerta and Thess.
Okay.
Yeah. But Locks and Shaver's around. They're there as well, and they're basically talking with Cat Killer and little Cleo. And they're going over their weapons and stuff, and little Cleo comes up because she's just that mean little woman, that she's got like that big, military butch cut, buzz cut kind of stuff, and just like 5 foot 5 inches of pure terror.
She has something to prove, and the only tool she has is hate.
Exactly. Exactly. And she comes around, she comes up to you, and she goes, yeah. She looks at you. She goes, yeah. I'm the new group. They check out. They look good. They look all right.
Excellent.
Yeah, we can look.
Okay.
Cleo, do y'all know anything about these guys, or are they new to you?
He says, actually, Fat Florian and Shayra had a thing way back, but they don't want to talk about it anymore.
But they're cool?
Yeah, they're all right. It's all right. And,
okay.
Cleo. Shayra just keeps teasing Fat Florian like the entire time that they're there. It's like, so you fell out of love with me and fell in love with cheeseburgers? Is that what happened? Fat Florian's like, stop picking on me. Stop like.
Guys, this isn't good for his mental health. I've got to say.
Exactly.
What are you talking about? At any moment, he's going to realize that he left her and grew as a man.
Out.
Okay, Cleo.
Wow.
Remember those drills that we were going through in the cargo hold?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to run that until they're like swimming through their own water of sweat.
Okay.
I want you to get them used to using the snub pistols and taking prisoners.
All right.
Okay. Lethal force is if we have to beat tail.
Okay. All right.
But going in, I want prisoners.
All
also, 2 of them, maybe Fatso and Cyrix, because they're big. Give them some heavy weapons. Put them on door duty, so if we have to fall back, we got something guarding our escape.
Okay. He says,
if that doesn't work, I trust your judgment.
We'll get it done. Where do you want us to train? Do you want us to train on the Dragnar?
No. I actually want you to train on the Mercifuge.
Okay.
Do we have a pilot for the Mercifuge?
Of course you guys got a pilot for Mercifuge. You got to have.
Do we have a pilot for the Dragnar as well?
We got the Varger.
I can't be in 2 places at once, but yeah, the Varger can pilot.
Yeah.
On rare occasions, I've been going through some holo training to pilot.
Oh, cool. Cool. So you got another backup pilot. Good job. That's always good to have.
Oh, good.
Okay, so excellent. We'll take. I can't remember. Is your character's name Ev?
Yeah.
Character's name is Ev.
My real name is Elisa, but you can call me Ev.
Yeah.
I shall call you Ev. You come this way.
Telegraph. A telegraph.
So myself, Ev,
person.
myself, Ev, the boarding crew are definitely going to be on the Trojan horse.
Okay.
The captain may wish to be on the Trojan horse. It wouldn't suck for Tony the Taco Tycoon to maybe do a siesta in the engine room and make sure everything's going okay.
Speaking of which, Tony, you were trying to get my attention.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a question. One of the things we asked, I don't remember, when we asked about the security that he had, how many mercenaries does he have, actually? How many pirates does he have working for him?
Well, if I remember correctly, it was a whole platoon with them, squad. She didn't give number details, but
No, she didn't.
Okay.
she did say there was quite a number of them.
Okay, that's fine. I was just trying to remember.
That's fair.
let's just say it's more than 4.
Yeah. More than 4, less than 20, because don't forget, he's on a far trader. So unless he sacrifices his cargo bay, he can only have so much.
Yeah. And Cleo and Catco are worth at least a whole platoon themselves.
So, throwing this out a tactic we might want to use. We talk about disabling the engines, but also a good hit of explosive decompression may take out quite a bit of the crew before all the safety locks kick in.
And the captain's looking at you like, no, like how do you want to play this? I mean, we've got like access to codes basically to just snuggle right up on top of this thing and just board it.
I realize that, but I only have a boarding crew of 9.
Yeah, but we got surprise on our side.
True. Now, do you want any prisoners besides him?
I want Ferrik. That's the only one I want.
Cleo, sending you a picture of Ferrik. This is the target. Everyone else is expendable.
Yeah.
I will keep our turrets trained on the engines as soon as you send word that things turn south.
Can we snuggle up inverted?
Actually, last time we heard the ship was on the moon, right?
Yes.
Landed on the moon, not in orbit.
Yeah, landed. It's on the moon. It's in a crater. It's on a crater. So yeah, it would have to actually be on the side. You have to get on its starboard side and dock.
Okay.
Soft dock with it.
We can do that.
Okay. All right.
Now, I assume these mercenaries came with their own spacesuits, correct?
Yeah, they've got their own zero-G suits.
Okay.
So yeah, they're good there.
All right. Give them each 2 flashbangs. If they already have a melee weapon, that's great. Give them stun sticks. Give them a snub pistol. And they can take whatever their favorite toys are.
Any mild routine things I have to do, I'll of course take care of those. Reload my snub pistol, all that good shit, stuff. And I'll just wait.
So yeah, you guys are doing the training with them. We established, they're on a crater. The ship's in a crater on the moon, the 4th moon of this planet, Thief. You got exact coordinates of where it's going to be at, like what crater it's in and everything, and stuff like that, and how to ping it and stuff, and how. Yeah. You would have to soft dock on its starboard side.
Who has comms? Because I have a comm of 0.
I believe Teledrift is pretty good at it.
I have sensors, computers, no comm.
Oh, that's right. It's sensors. Pete DeStench is your comms guy. Remember, Pete, the guy that's internally in the.
Yeah, so we could. The captain can order him off to Dragar.
Okay. So how are we doing this? Are we just taking the Mercifuge?
So, how I think we're doing it, or how I would suggest we do it, is we take the Mercifuge to fly an approach to merge with him.
Okay.
What's left of the crew on the Dragar, possibly with the captain on it, since she's not here.
Yeah.
Is going to be below the rim of the crater, using the moon as cover, and then she can come in hot and heavy should things go drastically wrong.
Yeah, since the Dragnar's got like 3 times the speed of these ships. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ev, are you driving the Mercifuge?
I believe I was, yes, and Teledrift was driving the other one.
Yeah, you were voluntold.
Gotcha.
Sounds about right.
So yeah, you're getting into the pilot seat of this thing, and it's like the difference between climbing into a Jag and then climbing into a
You go.
a Peterbilt. No, a Peterbilt. Like
Oh yeah, that's true.
My tractor trailer.
giant tractor trailer. So you're like, oh my god, this thing has like stop and slow.
Well,
I'm going to tell you, it's a freight shaker.
Exactly.
A freight liner. They're called freight shakers.
steers like a brick. Like, you're unstoppable. All right,
Exactly.
let's get this done.
So yeah, are we ready? We're going to do this? We ready to do this?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay. So yeah, we planned all we're going to plan. The little Cleo, who's kind of taking control of the group, just because everybody's scared shitless of her.
Correct. She's my sergeant.
Yeah, even Cat Killer is like terrified of little Cleo. As basically is like, they're squared away as they're going to be. They knew the drill beforehand anyway. They know how to do this. They're good. But yeah, they line up in the cargo bay outside the. Let me throw up a plan of the ship here. Give me just a second. Because I can't remember if you can get to the airlock easy from the cargo bay or not. It's probably from the upper deck.
I sing songs to make myself feel a little more calm under my breath as I'm punching buttons.
That's perfectly cool because I'm down with the boarding party. I'm ready for the Imperial March in my Darth Vader routine.
Nice.
Boarding party goes in, and I do not walk in like Darth Vader because I cannot make shots miss me.
Yeah, so they're gonna line up in the hallway of the leading up to the airlock because it actually works kind of perfect. The airlock on the Mercifuge is on the port side, so it's gonna line up right with Ferrik's ship. So that's good. So they're going to line up there. Let me share that again. So yeah, you see like number 3, where number 3 is on that map. That's the airlock on your ship, your new ship. So it's going to line up right with the starboard side on the.
Okay, gotcha.
On Ferrik's ship. So yeah, so that's going to work out fine. So they're going to line up in that hallway there. And,
so we're lined up right with the airlock that goes basically right behind the bridge.
Exactly.
Oh, beautiful. I love
it. Exactly. Straight shot into there. Yeah. So yeah, you basically are just going to go in. Now, who's going to go in first? Because you can probably only do like 6 at a time.
Our 6 new recruits. That's what they were trained for.
All right, so 6 new recruits are going to go in there.
Well, excuse me. Cat Killer and our 5 new recruits.
Okay.
Cyrix and Fatso are guarding the door. They're going to stop at the airlock on the inside.
All right.
And, Cleo's going to be kicking their ass from behind like a Union sergeant would.
Sitting there with their gyro-stabilized machine gun. So, yeah.
And it is reinforced in their little pea brains that they shall capture Ferrik alive.
Ferrik. And they're like, you guys start to flash a picture of Ferrik. And I will pull him back up here again. He's a dark-skinned guy. Has dreads, has a really nice red jacket. I mean, he definitely plays the part of pirate. He has gone out of the Imperial Navy and embraced the life of being a pirate for sure.
Awesome. He's an Imperial, so I already hate him.
Yeah, remember he was Dorokin's man. He was Dorokin's lieutenant that got.
And if any of these new recruits ask if he needs his legs, the answer is no.
No, he don't need. Yeah, he don't need his legs. Tell him he don't need his legs. Hey, why does he need his legs to talk?
Exactly.
Exactly. So yeah. So we're doing this. So yeah, you make your piloting roll, Ev. Actually at -1 because you're unfamiliar with the controls of the ship.
Okay. Let me just get my 2d6. It's 2d6, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 2d6 plus your pilot level and your dex attribute.
Modifier.
Oh, nice. Okay. So that's 12.
12, good. So yeah, you're lifting off. The whole ship is like croaking and that's a picture of Ferrik, by the way. The whole ship is croaking and groaning as it's lifting off. You swore you lost a hull plate somewhere as it's lifting off the pad. You hear like metal fatigue like ratchet throughout the ship. If you're in a cargo bay, you'd swear to God that the whole cargo bay floor was just going to go.
Oh.
So you basically you got the ship's controls and you're like, oh, we're going, and you're trying to make the ship go like a Jaguar, but it's a diesel Mack truck. You're like, whoa, wait a minute, yeah, okay, slow down. We've only got 3 gears, okay.
Matt, I'm back in engineering, monitoring the systems and everything.
All right. The engineering system is pretty up to snuff. The engines are all fairly familiar, tech level 12, maneuver drives and jumps. It does have a jump tube and it has like a thrust 1 maneuver drive, so it's a tractor, so you're looking at it and you're like, wow, I actually have to like squirt oil in this thing. But there's a belt turning a pulley here. This is amazing.
Little space gerbils are running around in there.
Exactly.
Throw another lump of coal on the fire.
Exactly.
Be careful what they throw. They might be using chamber pots.
Teledriv, you go ahead and make your piloting roll for the Dragnar. You can add 2 to the roll because the computer is probably a better pilot than you are.
Aha. I had rolled a 10.
10, excellent. So yeah, you're like keeping the ship right in the proximity zone of where the ship is telling you to go, and that's basically what you're doing. Like the ship has routed the route for you, and you're just going by waypoints.
I'm just picturing Teledriv in the co-pilot seat, and in the pilot seat is an inflatable Ev from Airplane.
Creepy.
My hands are on Lieutenant 2, even though these are joysticks. Like, slow and easy.
Is the Varger co-piloting with you?
I don't know, is he?
I mean, I don't think we established that. Yeah.
Well, when he's done screaming, I guess he's giving advice.
His tail's tucked down a little bit as we take off, but he's like, "No, we're good. He feels good about your takeoff." He's like, gives you the thumbs up. He's like, "That's good job. Good job."
You missed the planet. Good.
Can we wait? Can we wait till they pull back the hatch on the docking bay before we go through the ceiling? Other than that, it was really good. So you get to the moon without too much trouble. Make your way out to the moon. How are we approaching it? Piratically. I know Ferrik and him is going to basically fly nap of the Earth. and try to sneak up on it outside the crater if it does anything, right? But you guys are just going to do like a leisurely, here we are kind of a thing, right?
Well, no, we're going to take whatever precautions that the popsicle said or would do, because I know they do ping stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, we're not going to beeline it.
Gotcha.
I want to
do an orbit around the planet, the moon, or something.
Do an orbit around the moon, maybe duck behind a mountain range and come in a certain way.
Okay.
And that may be discussed in the pinging because we haven't pinged yet.
Exactly.
I'm also doing a sensors roll to see if I detect any other ships in the vicinity. I rolled a 12.
You rolled a 12? Excellent. There is actually there are like 3 ships taking off of Thieves, like almost as soon as you left. There are 3 Aslan ships, big ships, like armed ships, but they're heading on out system. They're going to jump. 3 Aslan ships are leaving, and one like Morava class Far Trader is coming in.
Okay, I would suggest you get the license plates off those Aslan ships at least.
Get the transponder codes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pull. I mean, they're on the screen. Yeah.
Well, and as we approach the moon, I'm going to do another sensors roll there to see if there's any other ships in the vicinity there also.
Okay.
Or something.
Yeah.
How's your sensors roll there when you get to the planet?
You want me to roll now?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll now.
11.
11? Okay, so as you approach the planet, you're doing your sensors roll, and you do see like the ship is powered up, which makes sense because the place has no atmosphere. So they're doing that probably just to keep life support and stuff systems on the ship anyway. So the Ferrik ship is powered up and it's just sitting there in the crater, but you aren't picking up like energy signatures of any other ships or anything like that.
We aren't or are?
Are not,
Okay.
So we're flying in, and Ev, make your piloting rolls. You make your as you know, you're trying to fly casual towards towards the pirate ship.
Like you do this all the time.
So
You screen froze. What'd you get?
10.
10, excellent. So you're flying in and getting ready to make your dock. Are you? Who's doing the ping? I mean, it's just basically you get the transponder pings.
We took what's his name with us? Stinky.
Oh yeah, Pete the Stench. So he's doing that. And he's like, I'm not getting an answer back. And he's got like his headset on like this.
That's not good.
And then he's like, I mean, it's a really uncomfortable like 20 seconds. And then he goes, oh, I just got 2 pings back. Okay. All right. We can go in. So I was like,
I'm going to go to the turret and get in it.
Okay.
Get it as powered up without it showing powered up. Get all the switches ready.
Tell me you're preparing for battle without telling me you're preparing for battle.
Yeah, I'm preparing for battle. I'm preparing for battle, but I don't want to tell their sensors I'm preparing for battle.
Exactly.
And since I'm coming on a freight shaker, it's not like I got a hope in hell if I do turn the thing fully on.
Fair enough.
Just in case something weird happens.
So the transponder on his ship is showing up as the Janel Torsk, which jives with what Maria told Teledrift. That's the name of the ship. Don't ask me why. That's the General Torsk is the name of the ship. It is a far trader. 200-ton far trader, not the Miranda class. So it's more like the gutted out scout type ship. As you're looking at, do me a. Do you have like a tactics or recon or anything as you're pulling up into that?
I have recon.
Turret? Do me a recon.
I shall recon.
Or sensors roll. So whoever wants to roll sensors.
Can I roll something from our ship?
Sensors. Yeah, you can. Ooh,
all right.
Oh, good. Ooh, whoa. Hang on, Teledrift. If you do, they will pick you up.
Oh, then I shall not.
I rolled an 8 on sensors.
Okay.
I got a 9 on recon.
Okay, so between the two of you guys, you figure out, it is a 200-ton far trader, but it is heavily armed. It's got 2 double turrets, each equipped with what looks like twin pulse lasers, and you're picking up about 10 life signs off of it.
Cool, I got 9 going through the hatch.
Gotcha.
Good.
Good. So yeah, you're feeling confident, getting up to it. Actually, yeah, fair. Teledrift, as you're flying like nap of the moon, not nap of the earth, nap of the moon, trying to sneak up on this thing. You don't want to be in high orbit on the moon. Make me a piloting roll again. Don't forget to add 2 for the ship.
All right. I rolled a 10.
Excellent. So yeah, you're keeping like about I want to say 100 meters off the ground, off the deck, and flying really close. Basically, like skimming over craters and stuff like that. There's no buildings, there's no trees or anything to kind of get in the way. You're basically just skimming the surface of the ground. So you and the Vargar are just kind of looking at each other, just flying along. Probably a little slower than you're normally used to doing it. Just so you will stay around that. You're doing
more comfortable keeping a slow, steady speed.
Exactly, and I guess you're doing basically like a circuit around the crater, like a holding pattern kind of a deal.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Makes a finger on the button.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're going together, and we're going to soft dock with Ferrik's ship because we're all one big happy pirate fleet. And
I go back down to the boarding crew.
Okay, go back down to the boarding crew. Because you were watching, you were like waiting for those turrets
to light up.
Turn. Yeah, and they didn't turn or anything. You're like, well, the thing's working. That's good. And they're not hitting you on the radio, which is what Maria said they were going to do because radio signals can get picked up, and so it's all kind of working in your favor. That respect. So are you going with the boarding party, or is it just like the first 5? And
I'm going with the boarding party, but I'm literally the last through the airlock.
Okay, so it's going to be like 4 of the Marines, Cat Killer, and you.
So what I'm thinking is it's going to be Cyrix and Fatso going through with heavy weapons.
Okay.
So when they clear the airlock, they're going to, mow down anything that might be in front of them.
Okay.
Without any, prudence or anything. And then everybody else goes by them with Cleo in the middle of that, giving directions. And then it'll be me.
And wouldn't our captain be with you?
Captain's back on her Dragnar.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, if I see him, I'll probably kill him. That's why I want you guys to be professional.
Exactly. Now, mind you, I have my Gauss pistol and I have my stun stick.
Okay.
Gauss pistol for everybody, stun stick for the prize.
Okay. Okay, so let me map this back out again in my head. So we have like the first 6 going in, and then you're going with the second 6.
So the first 6 are going in,
Clearing it out.
and then I'll be going in with the last 3.
Last 3. Okay, that's right. That makes sense. Yeah, we don't have 6.
Right.
We've got 9. All right. So yeah. All right. So they can do that. So you get because this is a bigger cargo airlock. It can accommodate 6. The Dragnor can only do 4 in spacesuits. So yeah. All right. So they're getting ready and they're getting set. They've got like their hands on they got their arms ready.
Is it 0G? We can do the sardine maneuver. Do you remember that one, Rick?
Nice. I mean, yeah, the moon has no atmosphere. So yeah, it's basically like, our moon. But there is power on the other ship. So yeah, your boarding party is basically going to just throw in like flashbangs and then lay down fire.
Correct.
As soon as they pop through the hatch, and I'm just rolled for them. They throw their flashbangs. They did very well. Good thing they're throwing down like basically crazy kind of machine gun fire. So like the first cycle comes through, like they go through on the other side as soon as the doors pop open on the other side. Like they toss their grenades and open up with the weapons, and it is looking effective as you're looking through the window. And then the next thing you see is Cat Killer. Like he is over there at the first thing he does is man the controls on the other side to keep controls of the cargo of the airlock, so
Excellent.
that he can cycle you through, and he presses the button for you 3 to cycle through, as the other 5 are like laying down crazy fire throughout that opening in there.
Okay, my crew is going to breach the bridge.
Okay. So you know the layout of a far trader. It's pretty basic.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing would have been changed here. You basically come in through the our cargo lock, hang them left, and or hang them right actually from this side. You'd hang it right, and then it's a straight shot to the bridge. So you're not stopping for anything. You're just going.
Correct.
Got it. So I'm forgetting who's with you.
Whoever the last 3 were.
Gotcha.
If you want to do it, just Shayra, Thess, and Lois.
All right, that'll work. So yeah, we can do that. So yeah, you're coming through, and you're like basically running in. What have you got armed on you? What kind of weapons do you have?
Oh, what do I have? Me personally? Yeah. Like I said, I have my stun and my Gauss pistol out at the moment.
Gotcha.
All right. I still have my my axe. I still have Justice. Okay. And I have a Gauss rifle across my back.
All right.
They have a snub pistol and they have a stun wand. Okay, or stun stick. Mm-hmm. And whatever their personal favorites are that they showed up with.
Gotcha.
I only added 2. I did not take away.
Yeah, they basically just came in with like the traveler version of heavy machine guns.
That's fine. They want submachine guns, heavy machine guns, Gauss rifles, laser rifles. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
I draw the line at plasma and fusion. That's just going to wreck the ship.
Nice. So yeah, you come through the cargo bay, and like there's like bodies everywhere. There's like, you look down here and there's like 4 bodies down here. You don't see like Redthane's jacket. You're looking like somebody in a red jacket.
Right.
And you're not seeing him. So it makes sense that he's probably in the cargo. I mean, on the bridge.
Are most of their clothing red by now?
Say again?
Isn't most of their clothing red by now?
Well, yeah.
Sir Alacrity thinks Tony is a bit callous.
little cold. basically, yeah. Let me throw up the layout of the crater here. Yeah, at least down here anyway. So yeah, you basically come in there at that little hatch across from 4.
Right.
Come into where 4 is and hang a right through that hatch, and then
Correct.
and that's the bridge. So yeah, so you're that hatch is closed to the bridge. So what are we doing?
We hook up the what the hell was it called? We hook up the Terminator thing, basically out of the weapons locker.
The plasma torch deal?
Well, no, there's the plasma torch, which one of us has.
Yeah.
But first thing we do is hook it up to the panel, and it goes through the codes.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's sort of the fire and forget computer expert.
Gotcha.
And if it happens, it happens. If not, the plasma cutter is involved.
All right. So make me electronics roll.
Okay. Does anybody in my group have electronics? I might. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me check. I don't think so, though.
Oh, I do have electronics. So, yes. So,
Yeah,
now.
I have it too, but I'm not with you guys.
Yeah. Are you guys still on ship? Or are you guys coming with the boarding party? What are you guys doing, Tony and F? I forgot to ask you guys.
What? Ev, do you want to come on over and follow behind him and see what's happening?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Let's take more risks. More risks, good.
Who dares wins. Welcome to the daring side.
So you're following along with them, and you're kind of like a little like holy crap, these guys aren't messing around. Like there's a bunch of dead bodies there right inside the airlock, and you guys you're stepping over them and stuff like that as like the rest of your crew is like pulling them to the side, stuff like that, and you're watching Sir Alacrity like throw a box on the sensor pad and it's like thumbing through all the different combinations and stuff like that. How'd you do in your role? I'm sorry.
About when the second coming of Christ happens, we got about 100 years to wait.
So it's thumbing through all the different combinations, and you're like, yeah. Make me an engineering roll, Tony. Actually, Tony, make me an engineering roll.
Yeah, tell me I put it on upside down.
I got a 12.
You're hearing a maneuver drive power up, like getting ready to take off.
Okay.
You're feeling the ship's inside and out, and you're getting that vibe like this ship is getting ready to leave.
Okay. I get to the box trying to open up the panel. I'm going to work on it and see if I can get the panel open quicker.
Okay.
Did I hear the maneuver drive go off?
I mentioned it.
Do your engineering. It's not so much a hearing thing; it's more of a feel. Like he feels the engines powering up because he knows engines so well.
I yell out, "Hey guys, the engines are starting up!" and I rolled a 9 on helping the box to open the door.
I immediately get on the comm and I say, "Stinky, get the Dragnar here."
Okay. So
they're trying to leave.
Pedro, you want to pilot over towards the crater there?
Yes.
All right. Let's see your piloting roll.
All right. Open up my dice thing. And a 14.
14. All right. So you've got like in a perfect, and I'm going to use the term, perfect high guard position right over the ship. So like as soon as this thing goes, like you're lined up for a perfect shot to just take it out. You're like lined up for a perfect engine shot. Like you will take this ship out in one shot. You're just waiting for it to like leave the deck. So
Sir Alacrity, I'm in position. Just let me know when.
Yeah, give him the green light. Yeah.
How did my assisting the the door opener do?
How'd you roll? 12?
No, that was for the engines. I rolled a 9 to assist the box.
Okay, so yeah, you're assisting the box, and yeah, you're getting it much quicker. You're like, it's a 6-digit code, not a 4-digit code. but you're close. You're close. You're only 2 off. You're only 2 off.
So it's A675302.
Exactly. So you're punching in the codes and stuff for them. Ev and Sir Alacrity, I guess you're lining up on the sides of the doors with the crew, with the rest of your guys.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, the doors, do like the Star Trek kind of a thing, and yeah, immediately like gauze fires like ricketing out of the hatchway.
Flashbangs.
Flashbangs. All right. Throwing flashbangs. You can do that. Abby, you want to do the same thing, or you want to shoot?
Why not just do the easy thing, which is use the flashbangs first and see who emerges pissed and still focused.
Okay. All right.
I got a 12 on the dice. A nat 12.
All right. Nat 12 on the dice. Nice. So you threw it right where you wanted it to be. Ev, you're basically just using like a dex roll to throw a grenade. That's basically what you're doing.
Yes,
Okay.
I got 13.
Yeah.
So
If you got acrobatics, that helps.
I do not have acrobatics. I just have
That's
my
fine.
straight up dex. So
That's
that's going to
fine.
be a 7.
7. You're close. You hear it kind of bounce around a little bit. Roll me another 6 to see where it hits. See where it bounces out.
All right, I rolled a 2.
2. I still have my secretaries, but for last night,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I will pull out the grenade bounce diagram.
Oh no!
You gonna show us your scar?
You're Matt, you're crossing the streams.
Exactly. You know what?
And this is-
If it's there, I'm going to use it. I don't know what else to tell you.
Hey, Oscar, if you're watching this episode, apparently Matt can't run a game without you.
I can't wait. Why is Ev not allowed flashbangs anymore? Well, this is why. We're gonna find out.
So you're throwing it straight in. Actually, it bounces and goes further in than you intended. So that's not bad.
Oh,
It didn't
okay.
bounce out. It didn't bounce out. You got a favorable throw. Yeah.
That's not great, but it's not like you're the butt of the next year's worth of jokes whenever
Exactly.
you're super drunk. All right.
Exactly. So like where his went right into a group of people that was shooting, yours rolled past them and went under a chair. Like a pilot's chair. Like console kind of a deal.
I showed that chair.
You showed a chair of his business. So boom, boom. It does their effects. Let me roll some. Let me roll some quick cons to see if I stay with us here. So you hear 3 thumps as bodies are hitting the floor, but then somebody else is as somebody else is shouting at them, "So keep firing, and they're just keep laying down fire outside the door. He says, "I'm getting ready to get this ship out of here. Prepare for liftoff.
Let me know when I can go again.
Go ahead.
right.
Actually, make me a dodge check to not get hit, because as you guys are throwing grenades in the door.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, okay, cool. An 11.
Actually, you don't do a dodge. You just give me your dex bonus, and I take it off my roll.
Oh, +1.
+1. What about you, Ev?
Hang on, I was on mute. Okay, let me.
No, just give me your dex bonus, and I take that off my roll.
Oh, it's 1.
Good. That is just. Oof. Oh, sorry. Ouch. So, Sir Lockerty kind of does a quick look in and
Yes,
throws the
Matthew
grenade.
Missile.
Just Sir Lockerty looks in real quick and notes where they are and throws it in. As he gets back, as he maps out where they are and throws it in. Ev, you're not quite as trained and you kind of like you're out there throwing the grenade in, and you get hit in the shoulder with a Gauss round.
Ow.
So
46, I think.
it is 46, and AP4 is, if I'm not mistaken, AP4 or 3.
4.
4. That's what I thought.
You're talking rifle, right?
No, pistol. AP2
3.
pistol. Is it 3?
Is it 2 for the pistol?
I think it's 2.
I'm almost
3.
there. Don't worry
All
about
right.
it. I'm right there.
All right, I'm rolling damage.
Gauss pistol is AP 5.
What?
Oh no, that's Gauss rifle. I read wrong. Sorry. AP 3.
That's what I thought. So yeah. So 3 goes through your 0G armor, which I believe is 8. I believe everybody's walking around with 8 0G armor. So it's going to be 14 damage. So 9 actually gets through to you, Ev.
Ow. Ow.
So of that 9, it's going to take out your endurance first. Do you have 9 points of endurance?
Let me check. I need to pull up my character sheet because I just closed it. Well, open. Come on. Okay, there it is. Okay, so endurance. So my base endurance is 5.
5. So it takes out 5. And do you want it to go into your strength or dex next? Whichever one's higher.
Dex. Yeah. Dex is definitely higher. So.
Okay. So 4 points go into your dex then.
Okay.
Where's your dex at now?
That reduces it to a 1.
Nice. So you're
awesome.
You're -2 on everything that you're doing.
All right. Since I see this, since she's right across the doorway from me.
Yeah, like
I say, yeah. I literally tell her fall back and apply med patch.
Okay. Yeah.
And I do.
While the firing is going on, based upon my knowledge of ships, I'm looking for the panels that would allow me to access the connections between the command deck and the engineering to stop the drive from going.
You want to cut the conduit?
I'm looking for the back of the head of the pilot.
Okay. He's doing that.
Because I'm not looking through the doors right now.
So you can be back in the ship still and look. You're basically looking for the conduit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Make me electronics check.
12.
12. So yeah, you pull up the deck plating where you know it's supposed to be, and yeah, there's the conduit right there. Do you want to? Are you shooting it? Are you slicing it? What are you doing?
I'm trying to disable it quickly, but in a way that's easily repaired for us to repair it.
Cut.
Oh, so instead of shooting it, you're going to twist and pull?
Yeah.
All right. So twist and pull. All right. So Pedro, you're seeing the engines lighting up, you're ready to shoot this thing. You got it in your crosshairs, and you're you got the barbette lined up. You got everything lined up, and you're seeing the engines light up, and the nose is just lifting up, and you're I'm waiting for the go-go, and then the power on the engines just die out. You're you're a little let down. You're oh. I'm going to shoot your shit. So yeah, and
situation report already.
Sit rep. Sir Alacrity, what's a sit rep?
At this point, I shoot the guy in the back of the head, unless he's wearing a red jacket.
There are 3 still up in there. There are 2 guys, two thuggish looking guys, and then the guy in the red jacket.
Yeah, but who's in the pilot seat?
It is Ferrik.
So he is in the pilot seat.
Yeah, there's the 2 guys that are basically returning fire to you guys.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to auto fire the one with the beard.
Okay.
So that's an 11, 12, 13. Oh, wait, hold on, that's actually higher. Where's my shooty? That's a 15.
Nice. Nice.
And
Is it the Gauss pistol or rifle?
it is a Gauss pistol with a laser sight.
Nice. So you only needed an 8. What did you roll again?
15.
15. So yeah, so that's 7 on top of your damage. Yeah.
All right, so damage is 8 plus 7. That's going to be a 15.
15. Yeah. All right. So yeah, 15 plus 4 is sucked up by backsuit. Endurance. Yeah, he goes down.
Okay. Yeah, because that's also with auto fire, and yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was my. Unless I can do a shot on the other guy.
No.
No, I didn't think so. So.
What about the other guys, the other security guys, our guys with us? Are they going to shoot?
Yeah, they're going to take the place of Ev at the door, but I snap around, shoot that guy, and snap back. That's what happens.
Okay. So Ev, are you basically like getting out of the way, or are you like, screw it, I want this guy that shot me?
Oh, I don't think I'm necessarily that foolhardy stupid. So no, I'm falling back and putting med patches on. Besides, if I'm going to get into an argument with Sir Alacrity over something, it's not going to be because I didn't follow the order to put something on the owie.
So Shayra is coming and maneuvering around you, getting towards the door, and she's shooting in with her Gauss pistol. She shoots very well.
She also has a +1 from the laser sight.
Exactly. So she shoots and hits the long-haired guy, the reddish brown long hair, full-on mullet thing going on. Shoots him, and let's do damage. Doesn't quite drop him. He's down but not out.
Okay. Motion. Who was that? Shayra?
That was Shayra.
All right. While Shayra takes that shot, I look at Thess and I go, flashbang.
Flashbang, and she throws another flashbang in. So let's get her roll. Time for grenade bounce diagram again. But we're to roll me a 6.
You want me to roll?
Yeah, please roll me a 6.
I also got a 2.
Oh, okay, so it goes further in and goes thud. It still has the effect. So
it's got a blast to 9.
Yeah, it still has the effect. So let me get rid of some dice, add some others here. Oh, dude, yeah, he is out. You hear him go thud, and you're hearing like somebody up there like cussing as he's trying to get himself. You hear like unbuckling of like the pilot seat, seatbelt, swearing up and down, cursing a red street instead of blue street because he's Redthane.
Okay, so we all come through the door.
Yeah.
We all have our stun wands out.
Yeah.
We switch to snub pistols with rubber bullets.
Okay.
And it's like, do you want to surrender, or do you want to dance?
He's raising his hands, and he's got like his one gun. He's got like a pistol, like a Gauss pistol, in his right hand. With like 2 fingers, and he just drops it. And he's turning around. He's like getting out of seat with his hands up. He's like, you got me. You got us. So are you here for the ship? Who are you? What are you doing? We thought you were Maria. Yeah.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a Zap.
Oh my God. Ev, you see this?
Yeah,
no, she's doing med patches in the hallway, man.
He resisted. He fully resisted.
He was asking too many questions.
Like, who are you?
He's coming right for us.
And I turn to my boarders and I say, he's resisting.
Zap, 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 zap.
Zap, 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 zap.
Like,
Alacrity, you're starting to smoke. I can smell it here.
I asked Cleo for a.
It's just a console. There was a little bit of damage to wiring. Don't worry about it.
I asked Cleo for a
Yeah,
sit
okay.
rep for the rest of the ship. Is there anything else going on?
Cleo's like everybody else is secure, so the 4 were down in the. We got the 4. They're down in the airlock, and then it was just the 6 up here.
Okay. So,
is there anybody in cold berth or anything?
No.
Okay.
all right. So we get Fenric all frisked, derobed, zip tied for pulling back to the ship. Are there any survivors amongst the crew?
One other guy, the other guy that did you threw the flashbang on, like you might be able to save him on a good medic roll.
I don't believe I have medic, but I will attempt to.
I do.
Or Ev.
Well, Ev's busy, and she's at minuses.
she's in bad shape. She got shot badly.
I rolled a 9.
Ow, ow,
9?
ow.
Yeah. Of course, I should have taken care of Ev first, but.
Yeah. So Ev's got this big giant metal dart sticking out of her finger, out of her shoulder.
Fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
It's
So
got
I'm
like
stabilizing the mercenary.
okay.
Hey, it's all fine. I'm approaching you with a multi-tool, and I have the pliers out. I'm ready to remove it.
Ev turns away and vomits.
So I rolled a 9 for him. I'm going to go look at Ev now.
Okay.
I'm fine, Sir Alacrity. No, I'm fine. It'll be fine. Oh.
As you're cowering, going, I'm fine, and puking and everything, Tony goes, I got this. It's okay.
Tony,
So-
help! Help!
Teledrift has been asking for a sit rep while he saw the engines go out. What are we telling him?
Okay.
Objective reached. Securing ship. Making sure we don't have any stowaways or hiders.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to do. We're literally going to look through everything.
Okay.
Okay. So, Matt, like I said, I rolled a 9 for the bad guy. I rolled a 6 for Ev. I think she had taken more damage than she thought.
Oh, that looks bad. Does that hurt?
Did you do this?
Does it hurt? Does that hurt? So yeah, he actually did another point of damage, which I think was the other dex point that you had, and you probably go unconscious. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna give her-
out like a sack of potatoes I go.
I roll it. I give her some stabilization injection to stabilize her, and I rolled a 10 on that.
Okay, so you like for like a few seconds, you like when he's like, oh, that looks like that's in a bad spot, and you just feel him touch you, and your eyes blink for like a long minute, and you wake back up, and he's back over you like with his needle.
Yeah. When you wake back up, he's over you. I'm over his shoulder, and I'm putting away a bloody multi-tool.
I roll on my side, and I probably don't have anything left in me, but I'll heave. Okay. Not okay.
This is not cool. Not cool. Teledrift, I'm gonna let you kind of play like the captain along with the captain, since you know the background of the captain a little bit as well. The captain's going to spacewalk over since the other ship is docked. She's going to spacewalk with you over to the ship and try to talk to Redthane and see what he can find out. So why don't you play the part of the captain as well as Teledrift there, while they have him stunned here on the deck on the ship.
Mind you, he's fully secured. He's completely zip tied, manacled.
Yeah.
Taped, all that.
All right.
Except for the talkie part.
Yeah.
As we approach, and the captain sees him bound, she's like, well.
He
Look,
looks at you.
dog dragged in.
He looks at the captain and he goes, "You're that scum stealing those suits."
You're the scum that ratted me out and imprisoned me.
I mean, a thief's a thief.
Well, look who's bound up.
He's looking around. He's like, "What do you want? You want the ship? What do you? I mean, you moved up from stealing environmental suits to stealing ships now? Is that what you're doing?"
Life has a funny way of throwing you a curveball. What I want is to see you pay for the time that I had to waste in that filthy prison.
His eyes get pretty wide. He goes, wait. He's like, I'm not going to jail. I can't go to jail.
That's what I thought. It worked out so well, now did it? Now talk. What the hell are you doing here?
He goes, I can give you something if you let me go. You'll really want to know.
Talk.
So I take it you got that ship from Maria when she was talking to the big three, right?
You can make that guess.
Gotcha. And you know who the big three are, right?
Yeah. They're not so fancy with you either.
Yeah. So there's Durokin, there's Admiral Durokin, there's the Aslan Iron Tooth, and then there's Peter Valus, right? Remember Admiral Durokin was my captain back when I busted you. We were all in the Navy. He was Captain Durokin back then. I was Lieutenant Redthane.
It might ring a bell.
Yeah. You know, you guys talked to them. You know, you were talking to the big three. Admiral Durokin was the one who still wears like the Navy uniform, even though he doesn't have the insignia on it. Peter Valus, I basically just based him off Littlefinger, and then Iron Tooth was the giant Thundercat with a metal tooth.
Like, yes, that Aslan was quite an impressive specimen.
Yeah. Yeah. He goes, what if I was to tell you that Durokin's not really a pirate, that he's still Navy?
And would that save you from being turned in to the rest of them?
He's like, if I can give you proof, would you let me go?
It depends on the type of proof you're talking about.
He goes, I intercepted a communique between him and the an expo message that he sent. That he's basically working undercover still for the Navy, trying to get as much information on the pirate groups in this area as much as he can.
And how does that benefit this situation right now?
He's like, if you let me go, you can give it to the other two.
You know, I don't really care what pirates do among them. I'm mainly here for you, since you're the one who ruined my life.
Oh, okay.
And I turn to Captain turns to Sir Alacrity. He's like, "What do you think? Is his life worth that type of information? Because to me, I don't give two shits."
Damn.
You might be muted.
Yeah, he is.
Sir Alacrity, after some bug-eyedness, turns to the captain and goes, well, he does have value, because that information is worth credits. The extraction of said information, yeah, whatever you want to do.
Well, we do have an asset in our crew that can extract said information for more thoroughness, don't we? As she looks at Teledrift, and Teledrift will back up a little bit and be like, I thought we talked about this, guys.
Yeah, I was a little
That was a
concerned about
test.
that.
We're lucky we got the information we did from her, and she was unconscious. I don't know what would happen if I were to go into a conscious person's mind.
Oh, he won't be conscious.
Oh boy.
I have ways for that. Or we can do the medical route. What do you think, Taco Tycoon?
What do you think, Tony?
And I think that would be feasible.
Okay. So he's like, you know, I've got proof. He's like, I can give it to you. I don't have it here. I can get it to you.
You know, that sounds like an awful excuse at a time like this.
Well, Teledrift, can't you tell if he's lying or not?
I can certainly try.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not as penetrating as trying to pull memories out. I mean,
Yeah, so that's straight telepathy.
All right. I will make that roll.
Tiptoe through the surface thoughts.
Yeah. So his eyes go back in his head as he puts his hand out there.
Normally I'd be kind of sympathetic, but
Actually, you're reading surface thoughts. That's probably a little easier.
Yeah. I rolled a 13.
Okay. As I pull up my info here on Sonics here. Yeah. So you're reading the surface thoughts. So basically, you're knowing what he is thinking. You're not doing a full probe where you're going into his mind. So what he's telling you is true. He doesn't have the information here, but he can get it. And a picture of a person is coming up in your head.
And Teledrift,
You recognize this person.
oh, do I?
Yeah, it's Vesh.
Vesh. I'm
Vesh.
like, Captain, he might be a scummy bastard, but he is telling the truth. And the person he's thinking of is the Peter Vesh.
No, it's Vesh, the your contact guy on Thief.
The guy who got us the borders.
Yeah.
Right. Now, we can still haul him in alive if you want.
What's the reward?
Reward 3 million credits from Clark and Topol to get him.
Oh,
And 3 million credits.
Yeah, and don't forget, you guys have a guaranteed spot in the Great Pyramid. If you go when you go, you have a spot in Carbonite enshrined in the Great Pyramid on Clark. So that's a comfort.
so I say we take a gamble, slam him in low berth, and we take him to Clark and Torpol and get our 3 million credits.
Yeah.
And then, but first, let's talk to Vesh.
Okay.
Now, Sir Alacrity, speaking as a captain, I have a better idea. Knock his ass out so he doesn't resist, and make it as painful as possible.
Damn.
Ooh.
Everybody's getting all violent. Ev, what do you say about this? Ev's not a violent person.
Then Ev is looking away as I knock him out with the flat of the axe.
Oh my god! So Ev's like, wait, bam!
I will be making sort of contrary noises. However, I was recently just Swiss cheese, so I'm not feeling like 100%.
You're like,
I'll flinch. I will visibly flinch when he uses the axe to take him out. But
so you're like hitting him with the butt of the axe. Okay,
yeah.
Nice.
And then when he's out on the ground, several very well-placed kicks.
Damn!
So that when he gets up, however many months we pull him out of the popsicle, it friggin' hurts.
Now, I was explaining to them...
Did you take a dump in your breakfast cereal? I understand the captains.
Captain...
I'm just obeying orders.
he's just a hostile person. I was explaining to Tony and Ev and Teledrift last night about how low bursts work and how they're, depending on the technology of the actual low bird, there was the lottery. On whether you actually got up. You guessed how many of you actually got out of the low berth, woke up out of low berth, and if you were the one that guessed the number and didn't survive, the captain got the money.
Yeah.
That's harsh, man. So you absolutely positively got to be there overnight, but not sure if you're survived. Low berth's the way to go.
I'm assuming the technology on the Dragar is better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're tech level 16. So yeah. They're much better.
But I could easily put them on the Mercifuge.
The deep freeze.
Yeah. Where there's still a dial instead of punching buttons.
Just turn it on.
Now, Matt, a question for you.
Yeah.
Would the captain feel obliged to adding insult to injury by ordering the crew to destroy Groot's ship?
At this point, Sir Alacrity steps up to the captain and goes, Captain, this is a 1 million credit ship, even in the current state of disrepair. One should not destroy things we can take away with us.
Is there any parts of this ship that we can salvage that can upgrade our current ship?
I think actually we should, like Sir Ackery is saying, that we should take the whole ship.
Yeah.
Although the plan was to tow it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a fine ship, and the Varger could fly it. So, yeah.
Oh, I have to turn the power back on.
Yeah, because he didn't cut it. You remember he twisted.
And we have yet to go through the cargo hold to see what the cargo is.
That's true. All right.
Tony, make your repairs to this ship. I'll send the Varger down to come and pilot it once you're done. Until then, store this asshole on deep freeze.
Captain, for people who come from a planet of desolation, you guys are really quick on getting rid of stuff. I think you'd be salvaging it a lot more.
More salvaging a lot of stuff. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't want to see any trace of this.
I rolled an 11 for getting the ship powered back up.
So you plug it back in and snap it. Yeah.
It's a low-tech solution, Captain, but I believe I can find some paint.
Air gun.
I'll ride with our Varger pilot.
Okay. So let's
in the cargo bay.
What's that?
What's in the cargo bay?
Let's get into that next round because I have not determined that. I know it's going to be a bunch of stuff that they got from Clark and Topo.
Okay.
But let's get into that next game. This is a good place to talk. You guys got a lot of information to pass on to the captain when she actually comes back in on the next game. So
I hope you're watching.
We hope you're watching, Betty. And then because that's like a huge like plot hook twist kind of a thing. You know, of the big three, one of them still is not who he says he is, and he's deep undercover. You know, Navy, Imperial Navy, who normally don't get to mess with this stuff, but since they are pirates and they interrupt for trade, that does make sense. So now, Sir Lockery, it completely makes sense to you as to why this pirate place is operating right under the nose. Remember, there's a naval station here.
Yeah.
There's a naval base here. So now it's all making sense to you. You're like, okay. You're like, how in the hell?
And when I first arrived, I didn't realize Thieves was going to become my stomping ground. But I am really stomping the shit out of Imperials, and I'm liking it.
Exactly. Exactly. So we got some information to give to Betty. We got 3 ships all together now. We are building a fleet, which is great, which is good. The more you have, the more you can sacrifice when it comes down to it.
That's one way of looking at it. Sure.
Oh yeah. Space combat is in Traveler is just as deadly as real combat. It's like you fire the missiles and you wait like 20 minutes for you to hit you because you know it's going to hit you.
Or you get out of your ship, you hit your key fob, hear the boop beep, and you stop for an Orange Julius while a missile plows into it.
Exactly.
Well, part of the thing is, Matt, I mean, in the early days of Traveler, I heard of groups where after they got a little bit of stuff, like they would have their own merchant fleet, their own ships providing security, actually, and then, mercenary company going out and doing stuff. They just had money coming in to pay for everything and ran a business more than, spacefaring.
Well, that was, the Monty Hall effect was not just D&D.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, even though these vessels are like millions of credits, they're still basically the trucks of the economy. I mean, they're everywhere. You know, if you can acquire one, that's great. Without having to actually pay that money. So that's great, but it's like you've got a truck. And you can make some serious money with it. So yeah, let's stop here, and we will let Betty catch up with us. And I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. But wanted to thank everybody for watching as we knocked out this arc of the game. Thank you guys for watching, and appreciate you guys playing as always. And we will see you next time.
Take care, you guys.